All right, guys, and we're back on a podcast, Fresh and Fit, with White Boy Rick. Let's go!
All right, we are back. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh Fit Podcast, man. It is Monday. It's been a minute, man. You've been out of town.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
You want to fill them in on what was going on and everything?
Yeah, so we did a BBC tour around Europe, Africa. We're back in the country. It was pretty dope. A lot of experiences, cool people to meet. Business meeting that we attended for some stuff for us personally, and it was really good. But, of course, Miami's still the best. Europe is cool, but it's not as cool as Miami. And just to be fair, guys, food is better over there. The air is better. Girls are hot. But Miami has all that and more. Just not better food. Anyhow, what's up with you?
Good, man. Just been here. Camera's off. Yeah, it just fell. Okay. Just been working, bro. You know how it is, right? Streaming and everything else like that. So
Every day.
Pretty much almost every day, yeah.
Nonstop.
Yeah, so it's but we're chilling, man. We're doing good. I think
This weekend,
what about this weekend?
Tim Cass event.
Oh shit, yeah. Forgot about that. Yeah, I'll be in Washington DC this Saturday, guys, on August 9th. I'll be out there with Tim Pool and a bunch of other people. So that's gonna be a good time. So yeah. Anyway, we got a special guest in the house, man.
And without further ado, welcome to the guest in the building, White Boy Rick!
Myron Fresh, thanks for having me, bro.
Of course,
Happy
bro.
to have you, man.
So I met Rick a couple months ago, and awesome dude, very hospitable, very nice, very charitable as well, very generous. And Rick, I know who you are, but they may not. Tell them who you are.
Little history, White Boy Rick, longest serving juvenile in the world for a drug crime. I did almost 33 years for a nonviolent drug crime. I've been out 5 years. I think you were with us, so my 5-year anniversary. Thank you for coming. Shout out to my man George, Kiki on the river. We all had a blast, man. 4 days, had the crew down here with us, and 60 months went by in a blur. Like nothing like when you're in prison. 60 months is like an eternity. Out here, it's like the blink of an eye.
I can't imagine being in jail that long, coming out in the new world, seeing technology, how things are. That must have been crazy, bro. But you did it.
I'll never forget. I got an iPhone 8 in the halfway house, and I took it to my room, and I opened that box, and I was looking for an on-off button, and I was like, where the fuck, how you turn this motherfucker on? And I couldn't call nobody because I didn't have a phone. So I grabbed this young kid, and I was like, hey, bro, take me to school. And he was like, what do you want, OG? And I was like, well, first let's start with turning it on. And he was like, bro, you got to hold these two buttons. And I was like, that's stupid. And he was like, bro, this is like state of the art. Apple is like, I kept up on stuff, but to have it in my hand and be able to touch it and hold it and see the things that you can do through a phone, it was pretty amazing. Because when I left the streets, you dialed the number and you pushed send. Boom. And that was all you could do.
So let's take it back to the very beginning. We started in Detroit. What was your childhood like coming up, and how'd you get into like these activities that kind of put you in jail after the fact?
I'm gonna send you a cool last picture.
Okay.
I don't think you were in Europe, so I ain't bother you. But this is the house where my dad was born. My aunt OD'd in this house.
Oh wow!
And it's a lot. I got in trouble in front of this house.
Can you put it on the screen or no?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, cool.
Come on.
This is like real life, in the moment stuff, guys. To my text?
Went back home. So this is really where it all started, Fresh. And that's how we pulled up.
So what was it like growing up for you?
Listen, man, growing up in the hood, I ain't gonna lie, it was fun. Like my friends, a lot of my friends are still my friends. A lot of my friends I lost because of where we grew up. I found out today one of my friends either got murdered or died in prison June 27th. His son called me. We just found out today that, you know, he was deceased. So God bless him.
They didn't tell
Andre
him?
McKnight. No, they didn't tell any of us, bro. Unfortunately, that's our prison system in America.
Wow.
So, you know, nobody had heard from him. We looked him up and it said discharged. And I knew he was doing life. And I called my boy. I was like, bro, could he have gotten out? And he was like, bro, he passed. And his son called me this morning and told me that he had passed. Nobody still knows how.
Isn't it routine to tell the family that someone passed away?
Supposed
Well,
to
the
be.
prison system is way different.
They don't care.
Yeah.
But,
Damn.
you know, he lost his whole life, bro. He made a mistake as a child in the hood, and his rappy, because his co-defendant was a couple years younger than him when the laws changed, his co-defendant got out, and unfortunately he passed away or was murdered in prison.
So Detroit, I mean, obviously it's not the best place for the most part, and it can be kind of troublesome at the same time. What was it like for you growing up in Detroit?
Listen, like I said, bro, you know, I had a lot of friends there, and you know, to this day, Boo Curry was just here. You met him,
Yeah.
you know, from the movie with me, and Boo's, you know, like a brother to me to this day. So, you know, the people that you were close to, we all stayed close, you know. So we still talk. Some of us are doing better than others, you know, but we all talk and we all try and look out for each other still to this day.
How'd you get into like the whole drug game itself?
Bro, really, you know, the drug game was, you know, the movie's so distorted, bro.
And this is the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Like the 80s.
Yeah. Mid 80s, like crack hit. I was there, you know, bro, it's just a product of your environment. You know what I mean? Like things happened, you know, other things happened. And, you know, to be honest with you, bro, we're all trying to survive. You know, a lot of my friends got into selling crack to help their mom pay the bills.
Damn.
You know, when Tupac said, put money in your mailbox, you know, even though I sell rocks to make me feel good, like it's true in the hood, bro.
And there was no other way out other than selling.
I mean, there's always another way out, but at the moment, you know, you're a child, so you might not make the best decisions, but for us, that was our way out.
Yeah. So when you were in that environment, like, was it like everyone was doing it and you kind of like just went along with it and then?
Pretty much. Listen, bro, I was always ahead of I hung out with older dudes and you know, I always had a hustler's mentality. So, you know, being real, I watched, like, I remember watching Scarface and I was like, bro, I'm 14 or 15 and I was like, bro, we're selling rocks, but if I can get us to Miami, we'll all be rich. And within a year, I had a plug in Miami.
How'd you meet the plug?
Bro, my first plug I met on a humble. We came down to visit one of my sister's friends, and I was like, hey, you know anybody sells blow? And she was like, yeah, my uncle just got out of prison. And that's how I got my first plug.
What was Miami back then? What was it like back
Crazy,
then?
bro.
In the 80s?
Oh, bro, like, if you watch Miami Vice or
GTA?
Bro, like, that was real. Like, people getting cut up with chainsaws was real, bro.
Really?
People getting killed at the mall, like little kids getting caught in the crossfire and stuff like that. Miami was crazy, bro. You had an influx of immigrants and the Marilito boat lift and all these Cubans. And bro, I remember being a kid here. I think I was about 10 years old, and I came with my grandma to visit her brother, and I seen all these people under the freeway. And I was like, what the fuck? They got people living fenced in under. Then when I seen Scarface, I was like, that's them motherfuckers I seen living under the bridge.
Oh, shit.
And it was.
What's
I was like, holy shit.
like in a movie?
Yeah, that was true.
Oh,
Them
shit.
people, when they all came here, they put them all under the freeway, put a fence up and put them there.
Damn.
It was
So,
Bro, I went home to the hood. I'll never forget. I was like, bro, they got people fenced in. You know, I'm like 10 or 11. My boys in the hood are like, man, shut the fuck up. You know, people. Then when Scarface came out, I was like, I told you.
damn. So when you saw Scarface, did you want to be like him, or was it more like?
I wanted that money, bro. Like, we all, like, bro, growing up, like, my grandparents worked at Chrysler 40 years. Like, we weren't dirt poor, but by no means were we rich. You know what I mean? So me and my friends, we were like, bro, we got to get this money. And we started hustling.
Were you the only white boy in that community coming
The
up?
only one, bro.
Only one.
The only one hustling. There was a couple other white kids, but, like, nobody did what I did, bro.
I mean, back then, like, how'd you, well, first of all, get into it, and then two, like, when did you know that you got caught, or you were gonna get caught? At what point?
And honest to God, you never think you're going to get... I never got caught with anything. Make that clear. The drugs I was convicted of, I never touched. They had palm prints and everything. I gave them. It was middle of summer. They were like, oh, there's a box of drugs. They didn't have my palm prints on them. So I was like, yeah, I'll give you my palm prints. So, bro, I say today, if we had these,
Yeah.
I never would have went to prison.
Really?
Never. Because now you see everything recorded. So when they seen this fight break out and they seen everything, the whole thing started because the police tried to take a bunch of money from me in a traffic stop. That's how the whole thing started.
So it was random.
Yeah, it was just started on the humble, bro.
So you're just driving your car.
I was driving with a friend of mine. He's dead now, too. And we got pulled over, and the police saw that I had a bag of money in the car, and they wanted to take the money, and we weren't going to let them take our money.
Damn.
How much was it?
Yeah, how
It was
much
like
was it?
40,000, I think. It was like for a couple
Whoa.
of
But
bricks.
this is the 80s, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like maybe...
That's a lot of money.
That's like triple that now.
20K?
Yeah, it's like
Or
100,
more.
100,000 plus, yeah.
Yeah.
Today's dollars.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you got to remember, back then, bro, like, a cop made like $15,000 a year and risked his life every day.
This
So-
was Detroit PD or like
Yeah,
the state? Oh,
Detroit PD. So for them, like me and Myron would be in the car, and they pull us over, and they see you got on a rollie or something, and they're like, "Let me get that watch, bro." And then I'll be like, "Hey, Myron, they got your watch down at Ziedman's Loan for sale." He was like, "What?" And that was, bro. They would rob you. That was the way it was.
So you didn't want to just like pay them off and be like, yo, listen.
Eventually, that's where we, you get to that. But you also have ones like in Scarface where the dude says, well, what if somebody pushes up on me that I ain't paying? And they would push up on you that you weren't paying. And then you got to pay another one and another one and another one. So eventually you're like, bro, fuck, I ain't paying nobody.
It never ends.
Never. Everybody's got their hand out, bro. Back then, politicians, police, whatever it was, bro.
How corrupt was it where like it was government officials or was it more like everybody?
Bro, we were for 50 G's, we would shut down the airport and land a private jet.
What?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my case was the biggest police corruption case in the history of Detroit. Like, motherfuckers could say whatever they want. My friends from back then are my friends to this day. I never did no dirt to my friends. I did dirt to police because they did dirt to me.
Right.
So fuck them. We never took an oath to serve and protect. They did, and they were dirtier than us.
Wow.
I'll never forget the first raid I ever got caught in. They stole all the jewelry, and I think we had like $70,000 in the house that was supposed to leave. And we get caught in this house with all these guns, jewelry, this money. And dude was like, who's signing for this $3,000? And I was like, 3,000? I said, man, you might as well keep all that shit. You might, if you turn in 3 bands, you might as well just keep it all. Say we didn't have nothing.
Wow. That's mad corrupt.
Bro, it was down here, bro. It was worse. Like, you guys are too young, but the Miami River cops, like, if you Google them, that was real deal. They would lay on the river.
Yeah.
They would lay on the river by Kiki and rob 1,000 keys coming in on a boat, and they ended up killing some people.
Whoa.
Yeah, I remember that case.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like that shit
The
was
80s
real.
were a crazy time. It was so what ended up happening? Did the FBI run like a corruption case against
Yeah.
the Detroit Police Department,
Yep.
and then you testified on behalf of the government?
I never testified.
You never testified?
I never
Okay.
had to testify against anybody, bro.
Okay.
They knew. Listen, they had wiretaps. The whole thing started one day. This agent came to see me, and he was like, "Just listen." And I listened to a tape that they had from the police, and basically it was like, "Man, fuck him. Ain't nobody gonna believe him." And I never forget. He was like, "Sit on that for a little while." And I digested it, and I was like, I was young. I think I was 19. I was like, fuck them too. Let's go.
Really?
Yeah. They were.
So you didn't testify, but like you cooperated with them and told them who the dirty cops were.
And what happened was, the police were so hungry, Myron, for money,
Yeah.
that they thought this dude was my plug, and they approached him.
Which
He was an undercover agent.
I was going to ask that. Okay, so all right, so there was an undercover FBI agent that they thought
was
was
my
your
plug.
supplier. Okay,
And they never cut into the police. The police cut into them.
okay. So did the cops rob you and the undercover agent?
No.
Oh,
This was after I was already in prison when all that started. The police corruption case happened after I was incarcerated.
gotcha. Okay,
I think I was incarcerated about 2, maybe 3 years when that happened.
okay. So you got arrested already for, was it state or feds when you
State.
went in?
State.
All right, so you went in for state, and then FBI started building a federal case against the corrupt police officers.
Yes. And they
Okay.
knew I was in the middle of it. Listen,
Gotcha.
in
So they came and
reality,
talked to you a few times.
yeah, in reality, I could have got indicted with them. You know what I mean? But I was serving a life sentence. What else you gonna do to me? I was 17. My boy was 16. They gave us both life without parole. Kids for drugs.
This is
bro.
before the drug reform laws, right?
Yeah, who but who in their right mind, like, this is America, bro. Like, who in their right mind gives a child? When they sentenced us to the rest of our natural life.
Wow.
I honest to God,
And what was the amount that they actually convicted you on?
17 pounds
Of
cocaine.
wow.
That's incredible.
Wow.
And mind you, a friend of mine who I'm trying to get on y'all show, Teresa Dominguez, like, he was Pablo's main smuggler. His case in Detroit was 7 tons of cocaine. He got 11 years.
Yeah.
And no one knows his name.
Never missed a load, right?
Never lost one load.
Oh wow.
Anybody read the book The Accountant by Roberto Escobar? This is Pablo's brother saying this, not Tito. They say they knew Tito. Tito don't say they knew him. Tito's he was the first Lamborghini dealer in South Florida. That's how I met him when I was a kid.
Wow.
Then I got in the drug game. I was like, Tito, what you doing here? He was like, what the fuck you doing here?
So when you got sentenced to life, what was going through your mind? Like, was it like, it's
Bro,
over?
honest to God, like, I think I was so young that I didn't digest
What it meant.
for a couple years that these motherfuckers are trying to make me die in prison. So once that settled in, bro, I started fighting, and I never gave up, bro.
So, in jail, do you have friends there? Was it more like you were on your own? Your homeboy was in there too?
No, I have. Listen, bro. When you get to prison and you're from the hood, like all your homeboys that disappeared, you run back into them. I was like, man, I wonder what happened to you. He was like, man, I've been here 2 years, man. I've been here this. Bro, I seen so many people that you knew loosely in the hood, and that's where they ended up.
Are race politics as big a deal in Michigan State Prison as it is in like Texas or California, where race is a big thing, or is it more based on cliques, friendships, who you know?
Listen, bro, race is in every prison. You have, race,
Of course.
problems.
Yeah.
But bro, I grew up in the hood, so. Like, some white dudes used to be like, bro, how come they don't bother you? Or how come this? And I was like, bro, these my people. But I couldn't tell them not to do nothing to them. Fuck, I was glad that I was good. So, but you know.
So when you were in prison, you sat with the blacks.
Yeah, I hung out. I hung out mostly, but I had all friends, bro. White, black, Spanish, but like when I played ball or softball, or my boy that passed away today, McKnight Bay, God rest his soul. Like that was my brother. You know what I mean? We were tight, bro.
Because I know other state prisons, like race is a big, like even if you're white, right, and all your people are black, you got to sit with the white people because the race politics are that strong.
Oh yeah.
So I wasn't sure what it was like in Michigan.
You listen. Bro, there's politics everywhere.
Of course.
Prison politics, we call it, or yard politics. But, bro, if you have that level of respect,
all right,
I'm not going to talk to you.
Of course.
Because these white dudes don't want to talk to you.
So it's not like as strict as like California or these other places. All right.
There's places you get murdered.
Of course.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, Michigan. Yeah. Like California. And
the
Texas.
feds, Marion, like,
Well,
they'll murder your ass.
You were a very good networker, man.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. Okay, so in jail, you said you go into fights. Was it with like a certain set of people?
No, bro. I had 2 fights in 32 years, 33 years. Like you, and one of them was with a little. You know, you get a little older and kid pop off and sock him in the mouth.
Okay.
We end up in the hole and he's like, "Damn, OG," and I'm like, "Bro," like he was like, "Man, I wasn't gonna touch you." I said, "We're in the kitchen. I told you." Like that's just how things happen.
What was the worst thing you saw in jail? Like the worst thing you saw, like somebody die or something, or
My first day, I helped Justin Timberlake with his last movie. I told you that. The one he played an ex-convict, and he was like, "Bro, give me your first day," like, and I'll never forget. I was talking to my mom, and it's Michigan Reformatory. You could look it up. They called it Gladiator School, 25 and under, and almost everybody had life or 40 or 50 years. And I see this big shank getting passed down the phones, and I'm from the street, but like, bro, you walk into prison and it's like life changing. So I see this shank and I'm like, oh, is this for me? So now I'm watching it, and I see the shank get to this dude, and I won't say his name, but I see the shank stop, and there was this big tall brother. I'll never forget, his name was 6'9", they called him, and bro, they grabbed him by his neck on the phone and just started hitting him in the neck, bro. And I hung up the phone and I went upstairs, and I was like, the guard was like, "Get ready," because every day I was there at that prison, something popped off, bro. Every day.
That sounds brutal.
It ain't like, bro, it's a hard way to live, bro. But you get used to it. But it's no way to live, bro.
I'll tell you one thing, man. I don't want to go to jail, bro. Hell no. Sounds scary.
So, like, okay, so I guess, did you go to trial or did you plead guilty?
I went to trial. I blew trial.
Okay. You went to trial, you lost. Take us through like that day when when they told you guilty verdict, and then obviously the bailiffs took you to the jail or whatever. Like, take us through that day.
My jury was deadlocked for a little while, and it was like the third day or something I got convicted, and it just, bro, like I said, I think the first day I was like in shock because I didn't get caught with anything. I didn't think I would get, convicted. I was a kid too, Myron.
And then you got sentenced later on, right? So you got convicted that day?
2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks later, then you came in.
They do a PSI report, pre-sentence investigation, all this bullshit.
And then they gave you 33 years. And then from there, I'm assuming that's when they moved you to like the penitentiary. You're probably in a state jail waiting, right?
I was in a county jail.
In a county jail. Okay. And then when you went to take us through like that first day of penitentiary. So they obviously they remand you after they give you after they sentence you, and then what?
When I got to prison?
Yeah, like that first day. Yeah, when they actually put you in
penitentiary. That was the first day.
Okay.
Like that was like, bro, when you get there, of course.
Which penitentiary was it?
Michigan Reformatory.
Okay.
People could say whatever they want, bro. I don't give a fuck who you are. Your first day in prison, of course, you're scared, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I seen the biggest, toughest.
And they put you in with the adults, right?
Yeah. And I seen I seen dudes that I never in a million years thought would commit suicide.
Really?
Like, bro, I seen.
Common occurrence?
Yeah. more common than you can imagine. Like, dudes just can't deal with it, bro. Or they try and get you on pill line, shit like that.
These like big, tall dudes,
Yeah, bro.
like in shape and stuff.
Yeah. Like, you would never in a million years think, oh, dude's going to check himself out. But he'll check himself out.
So you get in there that first day, change clothes, everything else. They bring you in. Like, did you?
I had some homeboys there, like some older dudes that some of my people on the street, like they sent me a care package and this and that. So like my first day there, like they were like, oh, you know, this, and this. And, you know, I was skeptical to take it, but they were like, oh, this is from such and such.
Okay.
And like they said, oh, this is from Myron. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, this is good, but Myron's still on the street.
Can you tell the audience real quick why you were reluctant to take anything from anybody? Because they might not understand why.
Bro, because in prison, you really don't want to be in debt to anybody or owe anybody anything, or it might be a way, you know, for somebody to try you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and it's just something you don't want to get involved in, bro.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I saw a video a couple years ago. This might go take a different turn. The booty warrior, right? So in jail, this is a guy that's like a booty warrior. He looks for booties of people to attack.
Oh, bro, that's a real deal.
That's real?
Bro, they got predators. Like, you know, like this dude's a predator. This dude's a predator. This dude's a predator. You know.
Damn.
But they also know who to prey on. You know what I mean? Mm. But they had some dudes in there that they were booty bandits. That's what they did. Bro, I used to see there was dudes in there that would fuck dudes. Then I see them in the visiting room hugged up with their girlfriend.
Whoa! Oh, wow. What?
Like
the heli?
No, like that's real deal, bro. They call it gay for the stay. They're only gay for the stay.
Bro, that's gay. That's really gay. Oh no. Wait. So they would smash a dude and then hug up their girl in the waiting room.
Yeah.
That's diabolical, bro.
I'm trying to think here. Yeah, I was going to ask that, actually. Does the state of Michigan allow conjugal visits?
Hell no.
No, right? Okay. Some states allow it.
Very few.
Yeah.
I honest to God, I don't even know. New York might be like one of the last ones, but it's very, I would bet you it's under 5.
Yeah.
Fellas,
yeah, not many states.
Don't go to prison, bro. It ain't worth it, man. That sounds terrible, bro. Sounds like hell on earth. So, okay. So, when did you find out that you were going to get free from jail? Was it like a letter? Or they called you in and said, "Hey, listen, you're gonna get."
We kept suing, like God rest his soul. Mm-hmm. Like this lawyer, Ralph Maselli, who knew me as a kid, he came back on my case, bro, and bro, he just fought and fought and fought. And one thing I'll say, bro, this dude never took $1 from me, bro.
Really?
To keep my, I guess my spirits up or my hope alive. He used to tell me, he used to be like, you're going to need that money when I get you out. You're going to need that when I get you. Bro, this dude paid for everything. He paid filing fees. He paid this. And he said, when you get out, I'm going to retire. And he died 90 days after I got out, bro.
Wow. Did you ever, like, pay him back anything or, like?
He never wanted nothing from me, fresh. He just wanted me free, bro.
Wow. That's a good ass dude. Like he knew you from, like, as a child?
Yeah.
Do you know, like, your mom and dad, or?
He knew my dad, and he worked in another law firm where we knew where my original lawyer was from. So he was a good man, bro. I do thing in his honor now for charity. So, like, I do this thing, Love for a Child, where we send foster kids to summer camp. And in the last 4 years, I think I've given them about $125,000 I've raised for them. I just gave them a check the day before I came here. So,
wow.
But we try and do positive things, bro. Like, I just paid a little young kid. They give these kids fines. If you're a juvenile, how the fuck are you going to pay a fine? So my boy Danny Harani, God bless him, got so educated in there, and his judge ended up letting him out for a double murder. Danny has like 4 degrees, sits on the National Sheriff's Board. Like, Danny's an OG, bro, but smart as fuck.
Wow.
And we worked together at Team Wellness and a juvenile restorative rights program. He called me. He was like, hey, man, the judge said if this kid don't pay his fines, and it's on my Instagram, he did a video and everything. And I was like, bro, how much is it? And my fund, my 501c, where she's way, wrote the check, and we paid the little kids fines.
Good stuff, man.
I don't want them to go to jail, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to commit a crime. You know, these I don't want to say anything derogatory about these judges, but, you know, you give a kid that's under 18 years old court costs or a fine. What do you want him to do to pay it? Go sell crack on the corner?
How do you pay? Yeah.
He's not even an adult. And if his mom and dad can't pay it, you're going to lock this kid up. So wherever we can try and give back, we give back, bro.
So your first day out, what'd you do? Where'd you go? Who'd you talk to? Was it like, coming home, like I'm back?
My first day home, I came to Miami.
Really?
Yeah.
Who'd you see?
I went and seen my boy in Coral Gables at Formula Motor Cars that I used to buy cars from in the 80s. And we started filming a new documentary.
When did the movie come out?
I think 2017.
While you were still...
I was locked up, yeah.
Did you ever watch it?
Never in my life. I never will. It's fake as fuck. You were with me and Boo. They made it like I did something to Boo and his brother.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, I never really worked for the Curry Boys. I had my own plug, so me and Boo got money together, and Boo will tell you that.
Right.
Like, so the movie's just Hollywood, bro. And when people see me and Boo together, they're like, what the fuck? But that's my brother, man.
Damn. So basically the movie was not really accurate.
It's Hollywood, bro.
It's Hollywood.
It's you know, like, I'm sure there's things in there that are a little bit accurate, but the twist that I saw that they put on it, like, I have no, and you know, I worked probably 300 hours with my boy Scott Silver, and Scott is now the biggest writer in Hollywood.
Shout out to him.
And he wrote 8 Mile, he wrote The Fighter, he wrote the new Joker, the first $1 billion rated R movie ever. And me and him became so close, bro, that when they kicked him off the movie, I checked out with him.
Right.
And, you know, this man offered to pay, he said, your first year home, I'm going to pay for you to live wherever you want to live because I don't want you to have any stress on you. And by God's grace, I didn't need his money.
That's good.
But we're still amazing friends to this day. He's the only one out of the whole movie circle that I communicate with and, you know, that I believe is my true friend.
Did you ever have like a girlfriend or someone you dated, like when you got out or before, or no?
Yeah, of course. Like you have short-term relationships in prison, or you can't have a relationship in prison, bro.
Yeah, it's hard.
You know, but you know, when I came home, I had a special person in my life. I kind of fucked that up. Miami fucked it up.
Of course, Miami does, bro.
But
Everywhere.
I still love her to death. You know what I mean? I would die for her, but I fucked that up. I'm a man. I admit it.
Hey, keeping it real.
No.
Honesty is the best policy.
That's all
right?
I am. That's all you get from me.
Honesty.
Do you live here in Miami, or do you got a spot in Detroit?
I live both, but I live primarily here.
Okay. Well, how? As someone that's a Detroit native, what are your thoughts on how the city has progressed over the past couple of decades, man? It's really fallen from grace. What are your thoughts on Detroit in general? Used to be the motor boom city.
Used to be the motor city.
Yeah.
Like, and if you go downtown, it's beautiful. Like, a lot of people have put a lot of money in there.
Okay.
Dan Gilbert, the Illiches, like, we brought the Pistons back from the suburbs to downtown.
Okay.
Downtown is beautiful.
Was it the Palace? Is it where they used to play?
Yes.
Okay.
That's gone now. Vacant lot.
Okay.
Beautiful building, but vacant.
So they moved them back to
We're
downtown.
back in Little Caesars Arena downtown. Beautiful arena the Illiches built.
Okay.
I'm good friends with some of them. Very good people. They do a lot for the community. You know, Dan Gilbert, God bless him, doing a lot for the city. But the problem is, bro, nobody is doing anything for the neighborhoods, bro. It's like, I hope that you know, we're trying to get a new mayor right now, and our current mayor is running for governor, and I hope he doesn't win. He lied, kept me in prison 18 extra years.
Oh, wow.
Corrupt politician, the corruptest that
The mayor.
Mike Duggan. He's a lie. Bro, you don't know what this dude did to me, bro. And it's the truth, not me saying it. It's
Was
proven.
he in the criminal justice world before? When he became a politician?
He was a prosecutor.
Okay, I was
At
gonna
the
ask.
time when I went to get out of prison in 2003, this man wrote a letter, and the whole letter was all lies, bro. Marvin, when I tell you it was all lies, Myron, I mean all lies, bro. Nothing in this letter was
Why
true.
did he take such a hard? Was he like the prosecutor on your case? Well,
No,
why,
he
why do you have such a
happened to be
vested
the head
interest?
prosecutor. Get this. One of my lawyers was the number 2 prosecutor when I went to get out. And he was also corrupt. One of my attorneys from when I got in trouble.
Was a ADA before you became your attorney?
After I went to prison,
Yeah.
Sam Gardner became the number 2 prosecutor in Wayne County
Okay.
under Mike Duggan.
Okay.
I talked to Sam. He's like, don't worry about nothing, blah, blah, blah. Never talked to me again. They flipped the whole script on me. And one of the police officers that I had cooperated against sent another cop to say, bro, they just lied. The whole hearing was rigged and fabricated. Wow. Kid Rock sat there and he tried to help me, bro. God bless him. And he was in shock.
Wow.
Like, when I tell you the things they accused me of, I was a child, bro. Like, they're saying that
You said this is 2003.
Yeah.
You went in the 80s?
I went in 87.
You went in 87, so we're talking almost 20
16
years later.
years.
So I'm assuming this was like a parole board?
Yeah.
Okay, for a parole board.
They changed the law, the 8th Amendment, which is what I built my brand around. And I became eligible for parole.
Gotcha.
All my friends got paroled. And I was the only one out of everybody
denied.
under that law that they kept for 33 years.
Gotcha. So they denied you, and this guy who's mayor now, who's running for governor, he was instrumental in keeping you in. 'Cause
Absolutely.
Why the hell did he have such a vested interest in keeping you in?
Bro, one of his friends was like, Gil Hill was like a high-ranking, he was the head of homicide, and the way I understand it, I guess they were very close.
Okay.
And Gil tried to put an innocent person in prison for killing a little kid. And I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, man, that dude didn't kill this dude. And it opened up a floodgate, bro. This dude, they did not let me out until Gil Hill died.
So because of your comment on a separate homicide investigation, they made sure to keep you in jail.
Absolutely. 100%.
That's messed
Proven
up, bro.
facts. Proven
For
facts.
giving an opinion that you thought he was innocent.
They let the guy go based on the guy that Gil Hill took a bribe. Gil Hill took a bribe to cover the murder up, and he locks up Fresh. And I'm like, Fresh didn't kill that kid, but I was 15. I didn't realize the power that this dude had, but I knew that it was wrong for Fresh to go to jail for this.
Right.
Okay, so you gave evidence, I guess, to get the guy off, and they were not happy about that because they wanted to prosecute him.
It followed me for 30-some years, bro.
Okay.
I did not get out of prison until Gil Hill passed away.
Really?
And Gil Hill was Eddie Murphy's boss in Beverly Hills Cop.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Because I'm in my head, I'm like, why are they so
No,
hell
bro,
bent
they
on
hated
going
me,
after
bro.
a juvenile that sold drugs?
It was all these politicians that knew shit about each other. So when they call and they say, Myron, do this, and I know shit about you, I'm going to do it.
Gotcha. Okay. So basically,
The cop that testified against me at my parole hearing ended up in prison with me.
Oh, really?
In prison with me.
What'd he go in for?
Racketeering, some drugs. He was a huge... When he got to prison, he told the truth. Signed a statement in front of the deputy warden, told me everything. Like, he's in my documentary. Like, he told the truth. He said, they told me to do this. So I'll never forget his first day there. I was friends with some guys that were in a gang. We won't say which gang. And they came to me and they were like, bro, we're going to $150 him. And if you don't know what a $150 is,
Slice in the face.
they're going to cut you.
Yep.
And I was like, no. Because they had already told me, yo, if anything happens to this dude, we know it's from you.
Damn.
And like, I basically looked out for this dude while he was there, bro. I looked out for the mayor, the old mayor, Kwame Kilpatrick. Kwame met my son. He was like, bro, your dad looked out for me big time, bro.
Did he go to jail too?
Oh, yeah.
Kwame?
Me and Kwame were in prison together.
Oh, wow.
And I was an advocate for Kwame when I got out. Kwame was still in prison, and people got
What,
mad.
did he go in for bribery or corruption or
Yeah,
what?
he went in for corruption, but I was an advocate saying you don't deserve 30 years for corruption.
Yeah.
Like, this man, now he's out here doing positive things. Thank God Trump let him out, pardoned him, and my belief as someone who had just done 30-some
Did you
years.
do any Fed time or no?
I did go to the feds for 15 years.
Okay, all right. Because I was just gonna say, because you know these people that are going in for corruption and stuff like that. I'm like, wait, that's
Kwame
gotta
ended
be an
up in the
FBI
state
case.
first.
Okay.
Me and Kwame were in the state together, not the feds.
Okay. how
Kwame
did-
had 2 cases.
okay, so they got you originally for, you said 17 pounds, so
Yeah.
like 8 or 9 kilos
Yeah,
of cocaine.
it was like 9 kilos.
State-
I think there was 10 in the box. They kept a couple, charged me with the rest.
So the state arrested you for that. How did you get a federal case then?
Because of the police corruption case, I was moved to the feds because they thought the police were trying to kill me.
Oh.
So you never got convicted of any federal charges.
Never.
They just moved you to a federal prison.
Yes.
Because they're worried for your safety.
Exactly.
Oh wow, that never happens. That's rare. Okay.
Exactly.
So that's how you ended up with these like corrupt cops. Because in my head I'm like, wait, that's got to be federal charges. How are they seeing him in a state penitentiary? But it's
No,
because they moved you there.
a lot of now, bro. Like with RICO, like I have a state RICO case that they grossly misuse. Like a
Yeah.
racketeering case is like
They do now, yeah. They tried a Young Thug in Atlanta. It failed, but
it's the most misused statute in our penal system.
Mm-hmm.
Like these prosecutors now, some of them, there's no accountability.
Mm-hmm.
So they throw as much shit as they can at the wall, like what they tried to do to Young Thug, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people talk shit or whatever. The dude didn't do anything. He did what he could, and that was it, bro. Like, you know, he should have never been charged with a RICO.
yeah, they were pretty aggressive with that. They did it with Donald Trump too, right? Fannie Willis had an axe to grind for sure.
Did any rappers speak on your behalf in Detroit to get you out?
Only Kid Rock at the time.
Only Kid Rock?
Yeah.
When you were in the feds, did they move you around a lot, or did you stay in the same location?
Oh, you move around. Like
Okay.
I went to Milan, I went to Oklahoma, I went to FCI Phoenix, I went, you know, but a couple places I got like 6 or 7 year runs, but they don't want to leave you anywhere because you bribed the police.
Yeah, yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, I did.
yeah.
You
The
get
BOP
comfortable,
guys.
they get to know you, like they're not paid, and I didn't want nothing bad. I wanted me and Myron to eat a Whopper.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Something
mean?
that, yeah.
Like, bro, you don't realize a Whopper in prison is like, it's like the best
big deal.
meal in the world,
Yeah.
bro.
It's a big deal. Okay, all right. So they moved you in there for protection. So when you were, because I guess you said you had like, you didn't testify, but you like cooperated against some of the cops. How many cops did they end up arresting in that corruption case, the FBI, if you remember?
I want to say like maybe like 19,
Wow. So, all right, so just so I make sure I
including the
understand this.
mayor's brother-in-law.
Oh.
So you go in 87. 3 years later, FBI picks up 19 cops for corruption. While they were building up their case, you said that they came and talked to you a few times because obviously cops had robbed you and stuff,
Of course.
right? And
They knew, listen, when you're on a certain level
Yep.
of even here when I was a kid, when you're on a certain level, law enforcement knows what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, of course.
People could say whatever they want. Oh, I got away for 30 or 40 years. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah.
Like, these motherfuckers, like the internet trolls and this and that. Nobody gets away selling drugs for 30 or 40 years.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. You have to.
You're
segue out.
snitching, bro.
Yeah.
Like you cooperated in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
So people, you know, like there's misconceptions about everything, Myron. Fortunately for me, I don't give a fuck who likes me, who says what or whatever.
Yeah.
I know who I am. I know what I did. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I came home. I did 33 years. In 2 years, I built a multi-million-dollar company.
Yep.
So I don't like, bro. I am who I am, brother.
Yeah.
That's me. I've been a hustler my whole life. I know how to survive on my own. I know, you know, I know good people. When me and Fresh met, I think it's close to a year.
Yeah.
Like another brother of ours, Zach out of Vegas. I love him. Plugged us in together. I do the Martin Luther King podcast with him every year. Zach's introduced me to amazing retired athletes, current athletes. Like he's an OG. They own Hardin Cannabis out in Vegas.
So Zach is the one that met us with Tyga in Vegas for Super Bowl. Remember? He took us-
Bodyguard?
No, the owner, one of the managers that place. He took us.
Oh,
to
okay. I
Tyga's
think
party.
I remember. Yeah. I
Tyga,
think I
Chris
remember.
Brown, yeah, all of them. Shout out to him.
So
Shout out to Zach.
while you were in, FBI agents started coming and asking you questions about certain cops.
Yeah,
and
of course.
They obviously asked you about, hey, do you know this guy? Do you know this guy?
Of course.
And then how many would you say, like, had been involved? Because they were ripping you, right? They were stealing drugs from you, money from you, whatever. How many were involved that you knew at least? 3, 4,
Police?
5? Yeah, like that robbed you or did some bullshit to you.
Listen, bro. Like in the hood,
The FBI was looking at. I mean, specifically.
I mean, I can't tell you that honestly. But in the hood, like.
But they came and asked you about specific guys, though. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
right?
they had a crew like that. They knew this is what they were doing.
Gotcha.
And I think they had someone else in Cleveland that was tied up with these guys that I didn't even know about.
Gotcha.
So Ohio's our border city. So they were doing these guys were worse than street thugs.
Oh,
bro.
yeah, of course. Because
these guys were thugs with badges.
Yeah,
bro.
it's even worse.
They'd lock you up. They'd rob you. They'd this, they'd that. Like, whatever. Bro, they beat the fuck out of me so bad. The day this happened, I went to the hospital, bro. Like, they were like, bro, what the fuck happened? Bro, my face was disfigured. I was, bro, he choked me with a chain, pulled me over a fence by my chain. Like, they almost killed me, bro.
Let me ask you this. So when you cooperated with the feds to put these dirty cops away, did like anyone, did you do it secretly to avoid anyone talking shit, or did it not matter because they were dirty cops? Like, how did you
It was people knew and people didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, but to be real with you, no street motherfucker gives a fuck about a dirty cop.
Okay, all right.
Anybody with common sense, like nobody, like all
obviously there's a street code, but like when it comes to dirty police officers, they don't get that street code benefit.
No, bro.
All right.
Fuck no. And listen, even my friends from down here from back then, like they looked out for me when I first went to prison, bro. Like I could have did damage, bro. Major here, like never did, bro.
So you kept it solid. The only time you cooperated was against the dirty cops.
That's it, bro.
Yeah.
That's it.
Fair.
All that other shit, bro.
Yeah. No, I was just wondering for him, like, because you got some crooks that's like other guys might say, oh well, if you cooperate with the police at any time, even if it's against dirty cops, we don't respect that.
Yeah, but who gives a fuck what people? That's their opinion.
Yeah.
They can't even pay. They're sitting in their mom's basement on the internet.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think dirty police officers are the worst because
listen, bro, they take an oath to protect and serve for you. You're a tax-paying citizen.
Yeah.
I pay a lot of taxes now, too much. They take that oath to protect and serve. There ain't nothing more slimy or dirty than a dirty cop, bro. They put good cops in danger.
Yeah.
They turn society against good cops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you see these cops beating people and doing shit to people, all cops don't do that, bro.
Yeah.
Like I seen a homeless guy here the other day. They were fucking with him. I pulled over. I had a ex-NFL player in the car and a rich-ass Indian friend of mine. They're like, oh, God, you know Shiraz.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, why are you fucking with him? And they were like, one of the cops was like, oh, white boy Rick. I'm like, bro. He's like, bro, people are complaining. I said, bro, I live here too. I ain't He goes, Rick, I gave the dudes some money. They told me they were going to take him to Camilla's house. They looked out. But, bro, I try and look out, bro. Like, if I see something wrong, I don't antagonize, but I speak up now. I ain't afraid. Like, I have a driver's license. I'm legit. I'm this. I don't give a fuck who you are. If I think you're doing something that isn't right for society, that's it.
All right. That's honest. All right, we'll do some chats real quick, and then come back. And then hours after this. So, we got chats, Bills? Frankie Guy says, hey, Fresh. Well, my boy convinced me to get into a car rental game. All these years, I thought it was really skeptical, but it never hurts to try different things, right? Business is tough, Rick. Spend money in order to make money. He got me connected for a Benz truck and $20K down. Trying to reach out to you, brother. Keep spreading the hustle and fuck the haters. Rick, question. I watched the movie, totally dope, but definitely some of the narrative about your dad never was in the weapons deal business. Question mark.
Bro, all the weapons came from another corrupt police officer in Ohio through me.
Wow.
Oh, that's the other guy that the FBI was asking you about, right?
Yeah, but he retired. He never got in any trouble or nothing. He was a state trooper. He's in my new documentary.
Okay.
He retired when, like, he I don't know how he escaped whatever he did, but, bro, these dudes controlled the whole city in Chicago. So I could go up there and pick up Mac 11s, ARs, pistols. You don't need, in Michigan, you need a permit for a handgun.
Yeah.
In Florida, you don't.
Yep.
In Ohio, you don't. So for us, we would always run the guns from Ohio to Michigan.
Of course. Yeah. Okay.
Makes sense.
Straw purchasing. Okay. What else we got?
Dirty Harry. I don't know if I can ask this, but I remember 50 Cent said he was working on a White Boy Rick show. Are you a part of it?
Me and 50 talked. I did the BMF documentary for him, the Blowing Money Fast. But 50's good people, bro. Like, shout out to him for where he comes from and what he's did in the entertainment industry. You know, I like to see dudes like that, bro.
Yeah.
No, the only White Boy Rick project right now, I'm in total control of.
Okay, perfect. Fresh updates. W Brother Rick, who's the craziest guy you met in prison? Craziest guy.
There was this dude, Albanian John.
Albania? Oh, Zherka. John.
Albanian.
John Zherka.
And bro, when I tell you, like, this dude would sock somebody for nothing, he would just clock you.
Sounds like Zherka.
Like, he was a good dude, but he had a temper, bro. Like, but I never forget him, bro. He was good people, bro.
Albanian.
But I used to be like, bro, you got to chill, bro. And he was like, man, fuck these hoes. I think that dude went to the hole like 100 times that I knew him, bro. I don't even know how the fuck he kept getting out of the hole.
Albania. Got him, Zherka, man. Zherka's brother. All right. Shout out to him. What the heck?
This was attached to the super chat. I don't know.
Somebody put that in there.
That was fresh updates. He attached that.
It's pretty accurate, though. That's what I would say. Pretty accurate.
That's the last one.
That's the last one? All right. So, Rick, you've done a lot for the community, charity, giving back to people as well. But you're also in real estate. And you're about to buy another complex pretty soon in Detroit. Tell us about that.
Oh, we just, we're trying to diversify little things, get into real estate. I'm building the first brand new house there. I just bought some real estate down here. So I'm just a hustler, bro. If I see an avenue, told you the other day, I sold a purse for 21 bands.
Yeah.
My friends were laughing. Bro, I hustle, like, I just like to hustle, bro, make money. And every day, Fresh, I try and do something positive. I'm not a negative person. I don't like negative energy. I don't like negative people. I do a lot for people. I do a lot for dog rescues.
Yeah.
Like, I'm an animal lover at heart. Like, honest to God, I think I like animals, like dogs, more than people, bro.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that, man. It's not crazy.
I don't blame you, bro.
Yeah. I just did the Paws on the Green down here, golf event for the dogs. We raised some good money. We donated money. Getting ready to donate some money to a church down here. We're trying to do what we do in Michigan down here, a little bit more for the juveniles. My brother Flo Rider, we're going to do some things together for the kids
Shout out
down
to
here.
Flo, man.
So
Good
shout
dude as
out
well.
to Flo. Good people, bro.
Good people.
Amazing. Him and nephew, Vari, nephew.
Shout out to them. Okay, so, Rick, we're going to close up pretty soon. But what's coming up next? Documentaries, Netflix, TV shows. What's happening?
Bro, Friday, I fly out to Wisconsin. We got the Deadliest Catch crew, shadowing us. They've been on the air 21 years, so they're shadowing us for the boat racing industry.
Fire.
We got Willie Falcone's brother on the race team with us now, Tavi Falcone, so we got that. If we win this weekend, shout out to Motlick Racing, my boy JR, Doug Wright Racing, Doug Wright Power Boats. If we win this weekend, we lock up the championship. We set the speed record with the White Boy Rick boat last year.
Let's go.
In Lake of the Ozarks. So, just, bro, we keep climbing. We keep looking for different ventures, doing different things. And every day, bro, we just try and do something positive. Give back, do something. It's enough negativity in the world, bro.
So I didn't know this, but, okay, you can race cars, you can race bikes, but the rich sport is racing boats.
Yeah.
Like, that's next level shit.
Yeah,
And can you tell them, the audience, about the history of racing boats, how it started?
Started in Miami, like with the drug smugglers. That was why we don't have the race in Miami anymore. And we're trying to bring it back because Willie Falcone and them, like, bro, they would run to Bimini, load up the boat in the middle of the race and run back. So they didn't want that here no more. So,
Yeah.
But listen, man, I'm glad some of those guys got a second chance at life.
Yeah.
They're doing good things. Tavi was on the run for 26 years. His family stayed with him, his daughter. I'm glad he's free. He paid his debt. Listen, bro, at the end of the day, this doesn't go for me because I'm free. but we lock these young kids up in the ghettos every day.
Yeah.
And pharmaceutical companies are like drug cartels operating in America. We have, opioid and all this stuff, and the shit that's going on with pills and opioids in our country. But they'll take a child, bro, that's trying to sell some crack. And at the end of the day, if you do drugs, drugs is a choice.
Yeah.
You chose to do that drug. But now if you rob, rape, or murder somebody, that's not a choice. But I don't think anybody, your first time in trouble, should get over 5 years, bro. We got people sitting in prisons doing life bits, and they shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
And the one thing Trump did is created the largest corrections reform bill in our country. So shout out to him. He's helped. Obama didn't do shit.
Yeah.
He didn't let Harry O., my brother, started Death Row Records. Trump commuted his sentence, brought him home 8 years early, and then just pardoned him. So, and Harry O's the original founder of Death Row, not Suge Knight.
Yeah.
So now Snoop and Harry, and I spent New Year's with Harry. Good people, doing good things in the community. Bro, these were things that we did, because of the situation that presented itself. But if you look at Harry now, Harry O hangs out at the White House, bro.
Yeah.
He's bumping shoulders with the big dogs. And he has a thing called community first. And he really believes in that. And he puts the community first.
People can change.
Bro, everybody, if you want to change, you can change. If you don't want to change, you ain't going to change. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. We all choose to use it differently. I choose to do something positive every day, and I choose to fucking hustle. That's why I have what I have. Nobody gave me shit. And in 5 years, I built an empire.
W. Rick, man.
That's it.
All right.
Last question here. Mr. Claps Cheek says, question for you guys. Is it better to be loved or feared? Let's answer this
Yeah,
one.
let him answer.
It's a tricky question. Honest to God, you need a little bit of both. Because if you're feared, a coward might do something to you because he's afraid of you. But if you're a little bit of both, you're kind of protected.
Okay. Good way to answer it. That's the last one?
All right.
All right, so Rick, this was a great episode, bro. Thank you for coming. Where can they find you?
Rick Wershey _Jr. on Instagram, and The Eighth by White Boy Rick is my brand page on Instagram.
There you go.
So support that brand. Share Eighth Amendment, the ban on cruel and unusual punishment, excessive bail, excessive fines.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. After hours?
All right. Yeah. What time? Right now it's 9:49. What time?
Probably like 10:30?
11 o'clock.
10:45?
All right. Yeah. I mean, depending on when Chris gets here.
He's gonna be here for 11.
All right. Cool. All right, guys. We'll be back in about 45 to an hour for after hours. I'll catch you guys back here in a bit. Peace.
Peace.